All right. Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here and be live with you. We are doing the forecast for the week of September 9th. And I am super excited about this week for a couple of different reasons. One is I love the coding of 9 to the 11. And I know that's a really an intense day for so many people. But if we kind of take out our experience and just look at these numbers in this different reasons. One is I love the coding of 9. Turn this off and go back. Sorry about that. Uh, so what I was saying is the 9 to the 11. And if we can let go of what our personal experiences are around the day of 9/11, and I do feel like we should just take a moment to send love and to bring the frequency of the 9/11 event into our heart space and allow it to ascend, and in that space sending love to everyone that was affected on that day. Like, I think it's a day that we all will remember for the rest of our lives. Like, I know exactly where I was and what was happening, and I was actually holding Rose in my arms. She was just a week old at the time, and Sage was actually really sick and being tested for leukemia at the time. And I was sitting in a rocking chair, and my mom was on the phone, and I was watching the TV when the airplane hit the first building. And I can remember telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, there's something happening. Get off the phone, get off the phone. And then the second plane hit, and I was like, Mom, you have to get off the phone. There's something that is happening, and it's important that you be present with me right now. And she did. She got off the phone. And I think that last part of this story is the most important part, is like, Mom, I need you to get off the phone and be present with me. Something is happening. So now that we are, all these years later, it is that is the biggest message, is being present in what is happening, and what is happening in your life, that you need to turn off all of the programming, turn off the past story, and even the projection of the future, and really sit in the presence of the frequency of 9 to 11. So the 9 is mastering the matrix, right? It's mastering the matrix. It's the ability to be within the matrix, but see through the illusion of what's there. And the 11 is the ability to hold consciousness outside of the matrix altogether. It's actually living that new earth frequency. It's that 5D experience, if you will, and holding it consciously to where you're actually living outside of the matrix. So you may be walking within the matrix, but you're holding consciousness on a consistent basis, and your body, your DNA is starting to evolve beyond the programmed reality, the programmed body, and that you're starting to break the matrix. You're starting to break out of the illusion in a way that it becomes more real than the programming. That's the opportunity for this week, is where in your life do you need to be present to allow this frequency to activate through the DNA, and to really allow you to experiencing what you are when you let go of that programming and invite in the frequency of source to guide you into the experience of really living the possibilities, and making those possibilities a probability, and then keep going, right? You keep going. I was just at this event over the last few days. I was just so honored to be invited to Dr. Fobb's mentorship in Beverly Hills, where they were some of the most amazing speakers and the most amazing people that it really did change my life, just where these people are going and on how they're just really cutting edge, and they're just right at the forefront of where we are headed in, not just business, but in healthcare as well. And it was so much fun hanging out with these really high level doctors and having them all be so open to what I was doing, and to see not needing the evidence in order to really go all in on something, because the evidence is actually part of what is keeping us looping. And it doesn't mean that we don't look for what's working and what's not working, but we don't limit ourselves to having to have evidence before we believe something, especially on an energetic level or a frequency level. That is what it is to live in the 11. And this week, I want to invite you all into experiencing what it is to live beyond the matrix, to live beyond your programmed body, your programmed mind, your programmed reality. There was one thing that somebody, one of the speakers mentioned, and I can't remember if he said it was Aristotle or if it was Einstein. I'm kind of feeling it was probably Einstein. So, but if I get this wrong, I apologize. He said the best way to predict your future is to create it. And that just rings so true to me. But I also feel like we need to follow that statement up, is the best way to predict your future is to create it through an intelligence beyond your programming. That's how we live beyond the matrix. Because if we create our future through our programming, we're going to get more of our programming. 9 to the 11. So today, and I believe the 11th is on Wednesday, really sit in, where do I need to bring more presence? Where do I need to allow myself to hold consciousness in the frequency of my experience, and allow myself to move outside of my programmed thoughts? Where do I need to choose something different? Where did I choose something through my programming and I'm aware of that now? And how can I move back into the frequency and choose something different? Right? Because nothing is set in stone. There's always the opportunity for growth. There's always the opportunity to shift the direction that something is going and move back into our heart space and choose through the divine. Because the divine, that energy is so pure. It is so pure and it's so perfect. And when we can get out of our way and really live from that space, we start to move into the 11. And the rest of this week, once like we hit the 11 and we all kind of, if you choose to step into that energy to experience where we are beyond the matrix or beyond our programming, that's the opportunity for this week, is what will that be like? And knowing that we are only seeing such a small percentage of what is real, right? It's such a small percentage. If we are identifying in this, or even identifying in a thought, we are only identifying in about 2 to 8% of the whole. Okay, I'm going to go with 2% of the whole. And if we are choosing our life on that 2%, we are limiting ourselves. So the energy for this week is to choose, to open ourselves up to, I don't know. I don't know. But in every moment, I am going to choose to make decisions outside my programming. I'm going to, in this moment, choose to live beyond my programming. I'm going to choose to challenge myself, to be uncomfortable, and to follow the intelligence that is stored inside my body over everything else. And I'm going to just be willing to be that vessel, that clean, amazing vessel. And as we approach this eclipse that is coming up, we can all enter that energy. It's already building inside of us. We can all enter that energy as a clean vessel and make the most of living in that source field. That source field is way more real than what we are looking at in the mirror, what we are experiencing around us. It's all part of the illusion. And the last thing I'm going to end with is this. Where in your life are you looking for evidence before you make a choice? Be really honest about it. Where are you looking for evidence before you make a choice? And even if that choice is whether or not you choose to believe in yourself, and just sit in it, be present in it. Ask the divine, ask the frequency of your body to inform it. And then let go of everything and just have the experience of what it's showing you. All right, my lovelies, I am sending you so much love and a great big hug as we, really do pioneer into these frequencies, this reality that has not been experienced before. Together, we are doing this. We are ascending beyond a programmed reality and moving into what is beyond that. And that is an experience that we all get to have in our own way, but this is a place that you can come and share your experiences because anything goes here. And I just want you to know that I love hearing from you. I love this community. You guys make this the most magical existence. And together, I hope you feel that magic. And I want to hear about how you're experiencing the frequencies this week. So definitely let me know. And until then, I'm just sending you so much love and a big hug. And I carry you in my heart and within the source field as we journey together.